welcome back to the channel. We are finally able to get outside and film a video I've been wanting to film for a while now. Recently, you just saw in the bag. The bag I use for tournaments, competitive rounds, practice rounds, you know, etc. Well, today, I want to talk about this bag. This is my backups bag. It has about 32 discs in it. And you're like, well, that seems like a lot of discs. Yes, but, for example, these are all Lunas. I have a bunch of zones in here. The thing is I have a bunch of discs in this bag that I plan on using as backups for my current bag. In order to explain the philosophy of this bag and why these discs are here, I'm going to use this stack of Lunas that I have. These Lunas are all different stabilities, different plastics, etc. I still have a couple left in the closet, but I already know how those ones fly. My goal is to have discs that are replaceable. For example, if I lose my current Luna, if I lose my yellow Luna here, I have a disc that I could go to my closet and replace it. I don't have that for every disc in my bag right now, and so part of what I'm trying to work on is to beat some discs in so that way I can cycle them as time goes on. So today, we're just going to walk through. I'm going to show you the discs I have in this bag, we're going to throw them, and then we're going to talk. We're just going to hang out. We're going to start with the Lunas. I got five Lunas here. I got a putter plastic Luna. I have some Z Lunas here. I got 3 of them. And then I have the Z Swirl Luna from last year. And so let's just see how they fly and let's have a good time. I don't know if I was in the way or not. Z Lunas. This one's gonna be hard to see. Oh, I pulled that one. That was a horrid throw. That stuck to my hand and went way over there. Relatively stable Luna. Last couple here. That one kind of flipped off. I didn't expect that out of that. That's kind of my most stable Luna that I think I have right now, and so I'm not surprised by that flight. 2 other putters I have are some Roaches. I'm just trying to beat these into like just straight up understable Roaches. This is the Bro D Swirl Jawbreaker. And that one's pretty understable already. And then it just got more understable. That's also pretty understable already. Up next are the approach discs. So in this category, I bag 3 zones right now, and I have a bunch of zones here, but then I also have this Razor Claw 2 and a Tempo to try out in this category. I also have the Zone SS, which just felt like it needed to be there. So I have a pair of Crystal Flex, pair of Jawbreaker, and those are what I got. So I'm going to start with these two. Razor Claw 2. Pretty stable tempo. Really straight, actually. I'm kind of, that's a nice disc. Let's go Zone SS. That Zone SS and that tempo are very, very similar in flight. Jawbreakers. Kind of what I expected. That one came out on a little bit of Annie, and so it just held it the whole way. But again, exactly what I expected. Then my two Crystal Flex zones. That is dead straight. That one's got some stability left to it, so that one feels nice. Now mids. If you know me, if you've watched anything, my favorite mid of all time is the Buzz. And so there's a couple of Buzzes in here, but then I also have the Balance, the Melita, an Origin, and then an old MD3. So let's see how they fly. Alright, that was bad. That one got really nose up on me. Not bad. Buzz. This is the same run as my green Buzz that I like so much, so it's time to start working on a new one. I just love that run of Buzz. Another Buzz. I got nose up there on that throw, but that thing still kind of flipped to flat. The Melita bag blaster. Came out early. It came out early, but it still turned for me. And then Origin, last one. Low, but it still flew how I expected the Origin to fly. Fairway drivers. On the overstable side, I have a Captain's Raptor and an old FD3. Then I have my Sagara that I kind of want to beat in a little bit more, a pair of Cicadas, and the green FD that I threw a lot. We're gonna start with these because I think they're gonna do exactly what I expect them to. My goal is to kind of beat this one in a little bit. Yeah, pretty much exactly what I expected. Also very overstable. Yeah, Sagara. So this was my overstable fairway last year. It just doesn't flip like I expected to, so. We're gonna give her a second go this year. Just hold straight with some finish, which is fine. We're gonna go Cicada FD. No, just kidding. We're gonna go FD Cicada. Yeah, that was good. That's a money one. That's a little bit in. That's cool. Alright, those are fabulous. That last Cicada and that FD, pretty well where I want them seasoned at this point. The other Cicada, the first Cicada I threw, that pinkish one, the more pink one than peach one, it is definitely a little bit straighter, with a little bit more finish at the end, which might be really, really nice to have in the back. Now, control and distance drivers. Distance drivers, these are all Thrashers, 4 of them. And then of course, can't go anywhere without some Onyxes, 2 Onyxes here. I have a PD and then a TD. So, let's see. TD first. Straight with some finish into the woods. PD. Oh, I threw that to the ground. That was bad. That was bad. I burned it over. Pink Onyx first, then purple Onyx. That was a terrible shot. It still even kind of flipped up a little bit, so. Alright, we're going we're going thrashers here. I love throwing the captain's thrasher, so I'm just seeing if these fit the bag right now. These two are on the lighter weight side. We're gonna go pink and blue. Lots of hyzer. That was steep. I'm going to try to put this one on a little less hyzer and give it some more air time. Not bad, not bad. Okay. Old TI Thrasher. This might be stable. Oh, it is a B1. Alright, I love it already. That is beautiful. That might kick out a disc or two. Last year's Z Swirl. Let's see. Oh, I thought it was I kind of thought it was going to be stable, and it wasn't. So, what do you do, right? Well, I'm going to go pick these up. I will see you back at the house where I'm going to explain the entirety of the thought process. So, we'll see you. Well, if you made it this far in the video and you've watched me throw all those shots, kind of subpar today. It's the first time throwing in a minute, but no excuses. We'll get back to it. We'll probably do a similar video again. You've seen now what's in here. If you compare this to my what's in the bag for the start of the 2026 season, you would know that I'm working on building backups. I throw that green buzz so often that it is now officially time to start working in, getting ready to put in a new one, a fresh one. One that that's beat in, that flies similar to it. I have other discs that fly similar to some of the discs I already have. But for example, I don't have, that's my Captain's Raptor. Where did my, it's over here. I don't have another cicada that flies like this. Or, for example, if I lose one of my cicadas right now, my best option is this FD, which is what I needed to know. If you wait to start beating in a disc to replace another disc after you've lost that disc, you're already late. You're too late to getting your discs in order. I'm not telling you anything crazy. If you watch anything about cycling discs, they're going to tell you, start beating them in sooner, start beating them in sooner, start beating them in sooner. Because what happens is you lose your favorite disc and you don't have anything that flies like it. And so, today was me determining those discs. Which ones do I need to work on? Which ones need to be beat in a little bit more? Like this Sagara, for example. This Sagara is more stable than my other Sagara. Just ever so slightly. So it flies really straight and then it finishes. My other Sagara has a little flip to it, which is why it's back in the bag, because that is the shot that I was hoping this would fill. My overstable slot in my bag is an FD3. I use that for my overstable fairway shot. And so, that being said, this Sagara was kind of overlapping last year with my FD3 and I got confused on which one I should be throwing. And so it's nice to have discs that fly like you expect them to fly. So, all that said, make sure that when you are getting your bag ready, you put together a bag of backups if you're a tournament player. Like, do I need all of these discs? No, not really. I can get away with the discs that are in my bag. But is it nice knowing that I have a buzz that flies just like my green one? Or a disc that flies exactly like my understable Cigarra that I throw all the time? Yes. It is an amazing thing to know that. It is a comfort knowing that I can go and reach in there and be like, oh, I lost my red zone. I have a zone that flies just like it. Oh, I lost my neutral to slightly understable Onyx. I have a couple of discs that fly just like it. That is the goal. The goal is to have discs that fly similar to the ones that I already have. So that way, if and when I lose them, because the reality of it is we are all going to lose discs from time to time, I am prepared. This is part of my preparation for the 2026 season, is working with these discs and beating them in. Getting them to where they fly similar to the ones I have. With that being said, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, subscribing. Hey, if there's a disc that flies like a beat-in buzz or flies like a beat-in zoned, let me know. Hit it in the comments below. Let me know what disc I need to look at. Something that might be a little under the radar, Let me know what you think. And as always, do not forget to continue to walk that fairway with intentions. We'll see you in the next one.